Welcome everyone to SNUathletics.com. We are here at the Sawyer Center to see the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm take on the Rangers of Northwestern Oklahoma State. My name's Phil Younts. I'm alongside my broadcast partner Russell Frisbee. We're here to bring you some Thursday night action of this volleyball contest. It's been a few days since the Crimson Storm have been here on their home court. Last time we saw them was Saturday, October 6th. They won in a very tight contest, 5 sets against Arkansas Monticello. Since then, they have dropped a couple of games on the road at Harding in 4 sets and at Arkansas Tech in 3 straight sets. So they'll look to get back on track here against Northwestern Oklahoma State on their home court.
Absolutely. You know, entering the contest 6-2 so far here at the Sawyer Center. These ladies have just been a very strong team here at home, difficult to beat at the Sawyer Center, and looking for a little bit more of that here in this conference match against the Northwestern Oklahoma State Rangers.
Absolutely. Northwestern Oklahoma State coming in 1 slot behind Southern Nazarene in the conference standings. SNU sitting in 7th place right now with the Rangers in 8th, so they are both kind of battling along there right in the middle of the pack. Oklahoma Baptist right in front at number 6 at 6-5 in the conference. Crimson Storm at 5-6 on the conference, so Storm 1 game behind OBU right now. Crimson Storm kind of battling right along that 500 point throughout the season, 13-14 overall and 5-6 in conference. They've been kind of just hovering right along there, so they're looking to kind of try and find the momentum to get themselves a few games over 500 rather than going up and down and kind of floating right along that line.
Absolutely. Before the broadcast, Philip, you and I were talking just a very average 500 season so far for these ladies. Looking at trying to go 6-6 now in the conference, trying to go 14-14 on the season. Looking at 6-2 at home and 2-7 away. So very, very even all the way across the board.
Absolutely. Just like you said, you know, they've been dominant here on home, but just as dominant as they've been on home, they've really struggled being kind of away from that comfort zone that they know here at the Sawyer Center, being basically the exact opposite of 2-7 on the road.
For sure, and that showed this weekend. Struggled at Harding, struggled at Arkansas Tech, a couple of tough losses, and not really even close matches, Phil. 1-3 they dropped Harding, and 0-3 they dropped Arkansas Tech. So hoping to get some momentum going back here. 15-11 are the Rangers, so stronger a little bit in that aspect, but hopefully this Sawyer Center advantage will be enough for the ladies tonight to get some momentum back on their side.
Absolutely. The Rangers coming in, they've lost 4 in a row, so they're struggling kind of right there alongside Storm with 2 losses in a row, so one of those streaks is certainly going to break tonight, but if you are the Storm, you know that this is your chance. We're closing in towards the end of the season, and it's time to really make that run to try to move up those standings and give yourself in better position for the Great American Conference Tournament.
Absolutely. Getting close to the end here, they're going to get another chance here to see all conference games from here out now. Home tonight against Northwestern Oklahoma State. Then they'll get East Central, Southeastern, Southwestern before facing Oklahoma Baptist to end their regular season. So a lot of good chances here. You know, the record shows a pretty average season, but a good streak here for SNU could show a very strong GAC record by the end of the season.
Absolutely. You know, if you look at what's left, it's a very winnable stretch for the Storm going down the stretch. Other than Southwestern Oklahoma State, who is sitting in 2nd right now, the rest of those teams are towards the bottom of the conference. OBU, we talked about, they finished the season out with them. That could be a huge matchup in terms of seeding for that tournament. So we'll see what the Storm can do, but this is a great opportunity to take the right step towards finishing this season out strong.
Absolutely.
One thing we do want to make note of in this contest is Bailey Terang. She's only 14 kills away from 1,000. We've called her name many times on this broadcast throughout the season, and she continues to make noise. She continues to lead the GAC in kills with set at 3.95 and is actually is 7th in the nation in total kills at 363. So she's one of the top players in the nation, continues to prove it night in and night out, and we could certainly see her hit that 1,000 kill mark on her career tonight here at the Sawyer Center.
Always exciting action here, but you know, that milestone chase always even a little bit more exciting as they prepare for the invocation, as well as starting lineups and the national anthem down on the court.
And so with that, we will take a short break as the players get prepared to get this matchup started. So don't you go anywhere. We will be back with you shortly to bring you all of the action.
Father, thank you for safe traveling mercies for the Rangers. We ask that after the game is over that you will give everyone a safe travel home. Lord, be with each and every single one of these ladies tonight. Keep injury far from them and let them play with all that they have. For we ask it in your precious name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming
Welcome back here to the Sawyer Center. We are just about ready to get underway for some Thursday night volleyball action between the Crimson Storm and the Rangers of Northwestern Oklahoma State. Again, my name is Phil Younts alongside my broadcast partner Russell Frisbee. We're here to bring you this action, and we've got McKenna Hunter, Bailey Terang, Megan Ellis, Rachel Titchener, Kylie Smith, Kayla Thomas, and Logan Matthews de Libero out to start for your Crimson Storm.
Starting opposite for Northwestern Oklahoma State, Clark, Honeycutt, Williams, Eubanks, Hessen, Robinson, and Dagley will be their first six.
Should be a good one here this evening as both these teams again are battling for position here towards the end of the season in the Great American Conference. It looks like we are about ready to get underway. Ball will start on the Crimson Storm side. It looks like it will be Megan Ellis stepping back to prepare to, or no, I apologize. It was on the side of the Rangers to begin. And it will be Caitlin Robinson, I apologize, to start for the Rangers on this first serve of the match.
First serve, 7:06, and we're underway here at the Sawyer Center.
It just grazes the net, but it gets over, and they'll go to Ellis to begin. Set it on the outside and perfectly placed. That will be a point for the Rangers. That was Hannah Williams on the kill. Quick start for the Rangers.
Williams back serving again.
Go Smith to Thomas, and she comes right back at the Rangers, and she'll get the kill.
That's aggressive play there from SNU, able to turn the tables and get that nice attack in there from Kayla Thomas.
It'll be Titchener to serve for the Storm.
Been seeing a lot lately of the freshman getting some starting action here tonight, but she's been playing really well at the Sawyer Center for the last couple games we've gotten to see her.
Absolutely. They'll go back to Thomas, but it's dug out nicely by Robinson.
Free ball there for the Storm.
They go back to Thomas again, and she'll get the kill. Robinson unable to control that one.
Kayla Thomas getting her number called a couple times here early now. 2-1 SNU advantage. Titchener back serving again for the Storm.
Yeah, earlier in the season, we started to see Titchener play more and more, and she was really taking advantage of all the opportunities she was given, so she has certainly earned this opportunity. And there's a little dump by Kylie Smith.
Nice play there from the Storm. They've seen Kayla Thomas now twice. It looked like that was going to be another Thomas opportunity, and Kylie Smith steps up and says, I'm going to give you one you're not looking for. Great play there from Kylie Smith.
Smith's such an intelligent player, just knows where to be at all the time. And there's a great little break that the Storm got on that serve. It just grazed the net and then just grazed the line on the outside. They'll take that all day. 4-1 your score.
This one's a little bit more between the lines there from Titchener as it's a chance. Great diving play from Logan Matthews. They're not going to give her the call, though.
I think it got on the floor just before she could get there. A great effort, but a great kill by the Rangers. Very well-placed ball.
After her serves, Titchener will take a seat to senior Michaela Schoeneman now on the floor.
Toby Ray Barker, the senior, on to serve for the Rangers. And Logan Matthews unable to control that one. Looked like she might have been looking to where she was going with the ball before she was able to hit it, and it just kind of grazed off her hands. That'll be an ace, 4-3.
Terang takes command.
But her dig is left a little long and left right at the net there.
Kiana Clark there on the attack. And unfortunately, that dig's going to be, like you said, just a little long and just right out there, an opportunity to slam it down at the net.
That's 3 straight points for the Rangers to tie this back up at 4 apiece.
Tough play there for Terang.
But she makes a great attack on that. It looked like it was certainly going to be a free ball, but she sent it in a great spot with some great power. We're still going here on this volley. Thomas goes for a little dump, but played nicely.
Now a chance for Ellis on the other side. There's going to be a violation called on Northwestern Oklahoma State. That's a point. SNU 5-4 now. And that was a good volley to take.
Absolutely. You know, you certainly will take that after a great volley like that. Both teams working hard to keep that ball alive. That violation was on Kiwana Clark for the Rangers. We're at 5-4.
Nice diving play from Shawneman. Chance now for Terang.
And
she's going to get the line.
She gets the kill. Her first of the night for Bailey Terang moves her 13 away from 1,000 on her career.
Ellis now back serving for the Storm. A nice block at the net from Kylie Smith and Kayla Thomas, but it's not going to go quite the right way. 6-5 now.
Just off the side of their hand, sent it straight off to the side rather than back on the side of the Rangers. 6-5.
Katie Honeycutt back serving.
Smith to Thomas again, and sent just a bit long. We're certainly seeing a lot of chances for Thomas here early on. They're looking to get her involved early.
Yeah, and credit Smith, you know, typically very excellent at finding the hot hand, and has a chance now for Terang.
And she takes advantage. A ferocious attack and a big-time kill for Terang, her second of the night. And we've got some antics going on the Southern Nazarene side as they celebrate the big-time kill by Terang.
They've got a bowl and a strike over there on the.
But the Rangers come back and they will get a kill of their own. And that was Clark as the Storm were unable to get the block. Back and forth action here, 7-7.
Cassidy Hackett back, senior from Edmond, Oklahoma.
Smith to Terang again, and she does it again. Terang coming out strong.
That high-flying, high-powered SNU offense. Terang now, Thomas early, getting the Sawyer Center pumped up here on Thursday night.
Absolutely. That's 3 kills and 4 tries for Terang. Incredible hitting percentage to begin this one.
Almost a mishandled serve there, but that's going to turn to a free ball for the Storm.
Smith will go back to Terang. This time played nicely. Logan Matthews unable to get to that dig. Very well struck by the Rangers. Again, tied 8-8.
Sydney Miller in now for Northwestern Oklahoma State. Getting a lot of names in there now. 9-10 girls already been through the lineup. Very different strategy so far for Northwestern Oklahoma State.
Absolutely. We're seeing them rotate players in and out. There's another one for Terang. Already 4 here in this match. As we said, it was Thomas early, and now it is Terang.
Getting going efficient. 4 kills now on 6 attacks.
It'll send Terang back to serve. Oh, great attack there. This one was Jennifer Eubanks, the 6-foot junior on the attack. We continue to go back and forth. Neither team able to gain control here in the first set. Smith to Hunter.
Nice soft touch chance from Hunter. It's not going to be enough, though.
Smith goes for the dump, and she gets it again.
Shooting for the corner. What a great little dump there by Kylie Smith.
And that'll be her second kill already of the match. It's Logan Matthews on to serve. Poor dig by the Rangers leads to an ace for the Storm. 11-9.
Nice serve from Matthews. Now a chance for the Lady Rangers.
And well placed there. Nobody was home in the corner. That'll be a point for the Rangers. That was Hannah Williams on the kill. It's her 3rd kill so far in the match. She is also having a very nice night hitting, as she is 3 of 4 to this point in the match.
Chance for Thomas. Oh, she got a lot of that one, but a nice dig there from Bailey Terang.
It'll go. Looked like some miscommunication there between Matthews and Terang. And it'll lead to a point for the Rangers. Some confusion. I think the ref said that both Terang and Matthews got a piece of it.
I think the call there was that Terang had hit it the second time and then took charge and hit it the third time. Kylie Smith now over arguing that the second hit there came from Logan Matthews. But it doesn't look like it's gonna be for naught. That's what I was seeing. I don't know about you, but it looked like Logan Matthews had that second one.
It was very close. Yeah, I know both. It looked like Terang was trying to call Matthews off, but then Matthews went and got the piece of it anyway, which led the ability for Terang to get the third hit, but that's not what the ref saw, so it was a point for the Rangers, 11-11. Great dig there by Matthews.
Meanwhile, incredible volley going on here on the floor.
And just a well-placed ball there for the Rangers.
Kiana Clark with a kill there. Nice soft finish to finish out a very aggressive volley.
Absolutely. Storm mistimed the block attempt a little bit on that one, and it was just a very, very great play and heads-up play by the Rangers to get that point. Oh, great reaction there by Terang.
Chance for Titchener. Oh, nice block at the net. This has been a great volley from both teams here.
It'll go Smith to Thomas, and she gets it done. There it is. Another great volley. This time goes the way of the Storm. 12-12.
Thomas finally able to find some real estate there, but credit the whole SNU side, everyone getting involved.
Absolutely. You're seeing some great digs there by Terang. Off of some ricocheted blocks, she made some big plays to keep it alive, and there's a nice block on that one for the Storm. 13-12 now. Titchener back to serve.
Freshman serving strong this evening.
Titchener and Terang unable to get to it. Both kind of went to the floor, met in the middle, but neither of them able to control the ball. Point Rangers.
A little bit of miscommunication there, and seems to be the problem for SNU here early. 13-13, not terrible, but we've seen 2 or 3 or 4 plays now, Phil, with just a little bit of miscommunication.
Absolutely, yeah. It just seems like they've been in good position. They just haven't quite been under the same ideas the whole time, and it's led to some mistakes that they've made, but they've been able to stay in this match and still tied at 13-13, so right midway through this first set, it could go either way.
Kayla Thomas with a nice attack.
Wrapping around Smith, we see that play so often. She gets another kill from it, 14-13. That's her 4th kill of the match.
And maybe that's one of the problems, you know, no discredit to those ladies. Logan Matthews and Titchener are having incredible seasons, but lots of freshmen on the floor for SNU, and maybe that's one of the risks you run with some of the miscommunication out there. SNU fielding a very young lineup tonight. And looking for some of those senior and junior leaders to step up.
Another great volley, but again, Storm unable to get control of that one. That'll lead to another point, and again, back tied at 14-14. Nobody can gain control.
Very back and forth here early. Katie Honeycutt back serving, but no team able to get an advantage yet.
It'll be Schoeneman on the dig, which leads to Smith to Thomas again. Another kill for Thomas. That makes it 15-14, sends Thomas back to serve.
Still an incredible first set here from Kayla Thomas. 5 kills now on 10 attempts. Got her leading the way with 5 points for SNU.
Yeah, she has certainly been a force to begin here in this first set. Storm unable to make the block on that one. That'll be another point, 15-15.
Cassidy Hackett back in to serve for Northwestern Oklahoma State. Now a chance for Terang.
And sends it just a bit long. Oh, no, but it looks like the Rangers got a piece of that. That'll be a point for SNU and a kill for Terang.
I think Coach Jeremy White over there from Northwestern's got some other thoughts, but he's not going to put us too strong as that point will stay on SNU's side.
We've seen both teams now get a little upset with a call, but that's the name of the game sometimes. 16-15.
Chance for Terang.
And she'll do it again. Oh, nope, it looks like that'll be an error on Terang. I think she got the net on that one.
And the calls here playing a big part. Maybe bigger than either coach would like it to be, but so far it seemed kind of even. Calls going both ways.
Absolutely, some close calls on both sides, but it's definitely seemed to even out, and it makes sense in this sort of tight matchup where you've seen both teams go back and forth. And Storm unable to get control of that one. That was Hunter and Grace Miracle going for the block, but unable to get it. Point for the Rangers, 17-16. And they proceed to send it out the backside. We are tied again.
First service error of the night, and that's something I want to bring up, Phil. SNU been really nice, really tight today, but service error is something that we have struggled with all season long.
Absolutely. 245 service errors to this point in the season, to just 161 aces. So that's something that's really cost them at times. Those are the kind of mistakes that you don't want to have. You don't want to give the other team free points. And like you said, credit them so far in this one of not giving away those free points in that area. But just as we say that, Terang sends one out of the backside for a point for the Rangers.
That one's going to be on me. I gotta be a little bit more intentional about when we bring those things
All right,
up.
We gotta wait till after the first one next time.
But just what a consequence, you know, we got a high-flying, high-powered offense looking to be aggressive, and more often than not, those service errors come on balls out of the back.
And Storm able to play it off of the basketball goal, rolls right off the side goal that's up and rolls right to the Storm. And they're able to take the point on that one.
Credit to SNU being able to read it off of that goal. We got a little conga kick line going on over on the bench.
Absolutely, celebrate away on that one. That was that's some great focus to stay with that ball off the backboard, and they'll take the point.
That was a couple inches from rolling through the hoop. What 15, 30-footer?
I'd say, is that a 3-point shot, or what counts there?
We'll have to check the rule book at the break.
But just like that, the Rangers don't let it take too much away from them. They'll come back with the kill, 19-19.
Keeping my eyes on the bench now. The coordinated celebrations have been really nice tonight.
I know, I'm enjoying it. You're seeing the Storm really get into it and get excited about this one, knowing how important this is for their conference standings.
Honest block at the net turns into a chance here from Smith to Thomas.
But a great block on the other side by the Rangers. They were ready for the Thomas attack on that one. They'll take advantage, 20-19.
Coach Kevin Ingram's going to call a timeout there as SNU trails 19-20 now. Looking down the last 5 or so points of this set. Philip, what does SNU need to do to try and close this one out?
Well, you know, you've seen them, for the most part, be pretty aggressive in this one. You're just the Rangers are matching that aggressiveness. You're seeing both teams very high-powered on offense, and both teams are getting some great chances to make plays, and that's exactly what they're doing. For the most part, there haven't been too many errors on either side, just some great play. So if you're the Storm, you just got to keep that up, and you just got to try to find some momentum. It's been back and forth this entire first set. I'm not sure. Other than the Storm going up 4-1 and then the Rangers coming back tying it at 4-4, I don't think either team's won more than 2 in a row.
Yeah, not a lot of runs.
So if you're the Storm, coming out of this timeout, we know Kevin Ingram can draw up some big-time plays out of a timeout. We've seen that time and time again, and you've got to let that be a spark here coming out of the timeout. You want to get your playmakers involved quickly and try to get this Rangers team on their back heels, because they've certainly been on the attack this entire time.
SNU really successful here in the Sawyer Center, but the couple of times we've had to see them go into a couple extra points in sets have struggled. So the hope for them to get a little run here, as trying to play the advantage game is not one that we have been very successful at late in sets.
Absolutely. So we'll be off, and we'll go right to Ellis, and she'll get it done, just like we said, right out of the timeout. Ingram draws it up to Ellis, and she'll get it done. Tied at 20, sending Grace Miracle back to serve.
There's that play. SNU so strong out of timeouts. whether it's Terang or Ellis, but Kevin Ingram, really, really phenomenal at calling plays out of the timeout.
Absolutely, and that's just what the Storm needed right there, trying to get back out in front here late in the first set, 20 apiece. This time they'll go Smith to Thomas, but blocked nicely at the net. Great play by Smith to keep it alive, though. And that one goes, let's see, what are they going to call as point for the Storm? Looked like there was question on whether or not the Storm touched it before it went out, but they did not, which will lead to a timeout for the Rangers. Just like we talked about, right out of the timeout, 2 quick points for the Storm. They're back out 21-20.
Yeah, great call out of the timeout there. On that last play, Northwestern girls asking for the call after the call was made SNU's way, though. Didn't look too disappointed. I think that call was definitely SNU's from the beginning. So 2 legit points here from SNU. And Phil, can we call that a run?
At this point, I think you have to. Hasn't seen much more than that this whole game. So, you know, I'll take the 2 points. And at this point, you're 4 points away. You can get a couple more 2-point runs, and all of a sudden, you got this first set locked up. And with the way this one has been going back and forth, I think this first set's going to be pivotal for this matchup. You don't want to lose a tight set like this and lose the momentum that you could have going into set number 2.
If you haven't been with us up to this point, you might think we sound crazy, but 2 points back-to-back absolutely constitute as a run. And maybe a tough call there for Jeremy White out of the timeout. SNU consistently strong out of timeouts regardless of whose timeout, so be looking out for SNU's or Kevin Ingram's SNU out of this timeout. See what we got going, 21-20.
Absolutely, and we'll still have Grace Miracle on the serve. We'll see what they've drawn up coming in right here.
Miracle, Terang, Matthews, Smith, Ellis, and Thomas.
Rangers go on the attack. Great dig there, played nicely by Thomas.
Chance here for Megan Ellis.
And a nice dump, and oh wow, what an effort there by Kaylin Robinson to get a hand under that. I thought for sure it'd be a point, but it doesn't matter anyway. That's Kayla Thomas on the kill. Make that 3 in a row for the Storm.
This is absolutely a run. On that first play, that was an incredible diving effort there by Northwestern Oklahoma State. But Kayla Thomas says it doesn't matter.
Absolutely. Caitlin Robinson got a hand under it. I'm not sure how she managed to pull that out, but she made it happen. But in the end, the Storm were just too much there. But this time, it's too much Rangers as Logan Matthews unable to control that dig. 22-21.
Shawneman will come and get Miracle. This is a couple of subs for the Lady Rangers, too. Number 17 now, Toby Ray Barker back serving.
22-21 here in set number 1. Barker sends it off.
Now a chance for Ellis.
Another great diving play by Robinson to keep it alive. We'll go Smith to Ellis again, getting her chances, and she'll take advantage of that one. 23-21 now.
This could be the momentum we talked about. You know, it's funny to say 1 or 2 points in a row is momentum, but the high energy tonight and just back and forth of this entire set, you got to hope this is going to be SNU's opportunity to put the nail in the coffin here in the first set.
Absolutely. Up 2 now here in set number 1. This is a great opportunity for the Storm to take advantage.
Oh, and a nice dig there by Megan Ellis.
And they'll go Smith, and they'll go back to Ellis. Feed the hot hand, and she finds it. She found the back corner to lead to match point for the Storm. What an attack. An incredible play there by Megan Ellis to put the Storm 1 point away from finishing off this first set.
Putting the team on her shoulders there in a couple of series. A series there. Jeremy White not liking what he's seeing from his Lady Rangers.
And that'll force him to take his second timeout of this first set. He just took a timeout, and knowing now that he's 1 point away from losing this first set, again, like we talked about, this is not a set that you want to lose, given the other team all the momentum set moving into set number 2. This is a big opportunity for the Storm to take advantage right here. You move into that second set with a 1-0 lead. You gain all the confidence after a set like this, knowing how back and forth it's been and knowing you were able to pull away at the end and get it done. That's going to be a big-time confidence boost. So we'll see if the Storm can get it done here in match point. Again, 24-21 in a very back and forth first set. It will be Megan Ellis to serve and try to close this thing out for the Storm here in set number 1. Ellis sends it away, catches the net, but nicely played by the Rangers. And a huge attack there.
Bounced right in front of Megan Ellis there. She showed her visible frustration. I think she was hoping to try and end it on that one. But now the Rangers will have a chance with the serve in their hands to try and respond.
Absolutely. They got to get 2 points here to try to extend this first set. But
Chance
they're going to go to Thomas, but nicely played there by Robinson to keep it alive.
Now Clark. Thomas again. Nice diving play from Logan Matthews.
What a great play by Matthews.
Again, Matthews.
Matthews back-to-back huge digs. The Storm bench is loving it.
Matthews almost able to make
what
a third
great
play.
effort by Matthews again, but unable to get enough on that one.
Oh, man. Unable to turn that one into a point, but Logan Matthews covering the entire court tonight.
Absolutely. What great effort there by Logan Matthews to make 2 incredible digs and just missed a third one. That's her. She's up to 7 digs in the match, and you love seeing that kind of hustle and that kind of play. And that's exactly why she's out there playing as a freshman all the time, because of that court awareness and that aggressiveness and that willingness to get on that floor.
Absolutely throwing herself all over the floor. We've talked about her all season long. You know, she's got that FR next to her name, but she has not played at all like a freshman this season. She's got the libero uniform on tonight, and as she has most of the season, playing much more like a senior or junior leader out there, team captain, way more than she is like a freshman.
Absolutely. Like we talk about Kylie Smith's court awareness and her intelligence of the game. That's something Logan Matthews has as well, and that's only going to continue to grow over the next few years as she's going to continue to develop her skills and her knowledge of her teammates as well. So this is just the beginning of, I think, an absolutely incredible career that Logan Matthews is going to have here at the Sawyer Center for the Storm. For sure.
We got to see her play, you know, with Terang, Ellis, but we've gotten to see some of those other up-and-coming names she'll have the opportunity to play with in the upcoming seasons.
And we're back on the action. Storm 1 point away from finishing this off, but the Rangers say absolutely not. That's 3 straight points for the Rangers. They're on a run of their own, and we are going to have some extra volleyball here in set number 1. Tied 24 apiece, must win by 2.
Chance here for Terang.
And she'll get it done. Rangers kind of got it caught in between their own couple of players and could not take advantage. We are back to match point again for the Storm. That'll be 6 kills for Terang. I apologize. I believe it said match point. I meant to say set point.
Almost a mishandled serve there for set point, but SNU now is going to have a chance.
We go back to Terang, but a nice block at the net. And looks like we've got a violation on the Storm on that play. Caught too much of the net, and they weren't going to get away with that one. 25 apiece.
Phil, I don't want to say it, but this is exactly what we talked about trying to avoid right here. Just going back and forth now with the advantages. Terang now a chance, and that's going to go long.
Oh, no, it looks like they're saying the Rangers got a piece of that, and Coach Jeremy White is not happy at all.
He cannot believe it. And understandably, from here, I did not see what was called there, but we will take it on the SNU side.
Absolutely. Looked like they said on the block attempt that the Rangers got a piece of it, but Jeremy White said absolutely not, but it does not matter. Storm a chance to finish this off again. Back to Terang, and she gets it done. Finally, 27-25. Just like that, 8 kills in the first set for Bailey Terang. She is only 6 away from 1,000 for her career. And those 2 ones right there were 2 of the biggest that she's had to finish off that set.
I got to say, you know, at the end of the night, it may not matter with the way the way the match is going to end, but right now that call weighing heavy on Jeremy White's mind, definitely a big shift, and it had a big part to play in the outcome of that set.
Absolutely, that was absolutely a momentum changer. That gave the Storm the advantage rather than the Rangers having the advantage. 1 point at that point, part of the set can completely alter alter the match. So Storm will certainly take that, but I'm sure Jeremy White's got some different thoughts going through his mind right now.
For sure. And that pivotal set one, momentum moving forward here now and not having to work out of a hole for SNU. You know, it's not the case, and the stat book holds up, but you just feel when losing one of those sets close like that, it feels like those 25 points for Northwest Oklahoma State were for naught. And it's tough to come back from such a great set played when the score just shows 1-0.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, if you lose a set 27-25 or lose a set 25-1, it doesn't matter. You can always the next set is a whole new ball game. So if you're NWOSU, you've got a chance to regroup and kind of compose yourself and get back on this. But that certainly got to weigh on them a little bit moving forward, knowing how close they were to taking this first set.
Absolutely.
So we'll run down a few stats real quick for SNU. Looking at, again, we mentioned Bailey Trang with 8 kills so far in the match. We've also got Kayla Thomas with 6 kills in the match, and then Kylie Smith with 18 assists, coming out strong, and again, just being that court general that we've seen so far throughout this season. So some great all-around play from those three, and then you can also add Megan Ellis in the mix with 4 kills of her own. Some two big ones there later in that first set that we saw.
Yep, 24 points scored by SNU. That puts it into perspective for you. Only 6 points being scored by an SNU player that didn't come off of a Kylie Smith assist. And if that's not a stat line, I don't know what is.
Absolutely, that. I mean, we saw that out of every dig, we see Kylie Smith go find that ball and know exactly where her teammates are. Absolutely great play by Kylie Smith. Great court awareness, as we've been talking about. And she continues to get it done for the Storm. We'll see if they can keep that going here in set number 2.
On the flip side, for Northwest Oklahoma State, Kenna Clark having a strong outing, 6 kills now in 13 attempts, 6.5 points, leading the way. And some good spread out scoring too. Williams and Eubanks also contributing 4 and 3 kills respectively.
Absolutely, and we're seeing overall some really good hitting by both teams. You got 333 on the side of the Rangers and 314 on the side of the Storm. So overall, some really solid hitting, some great opportunities. We're not seeing too many errors in this match. Both teams giving it their all and playing very smart and aggressive volleyball.
Only one service ace so far in the night for SNU.
They'll certainly take that to this point compared to what we've seen in the past.
And right as we say that, let's get ready for SNU. Start the second set with a serve here. Kylie Smith will be back taking care of those service duties.
And she sends it off. We're underway in set number 2.
A little miscommunication there on that side, and Logan Matthews maybe playing a ball she didn't need to.
And it will lead to a ball right at the net for the Rangers. They'll take the first point here in set number 2, 1-0.
Number 17, Toby Ray Barker back serving for Northwest Oklahoma State. Senior from Snyder, Oklahoma, and some miscommunication there on SNU's side. Coming out a little dazed here in the second set.
Yep, Rangers so far do not seem phased from dropping that first set. They're coming out strong with 2 quick points. Again, we might call that a run in this match.
Smith now to Hunter.
Great play there by Barker to keep it alive.
Nice block at the net there off of Clark's attack.
We'll go outside, and this one will be Brooklyn Hessen. She'll get the kill, 3-0.
3-0, Northwest Oklahoma State coming out with a chip on their shoulder, playing strong here in the second set. SNU needing to find a way to respond.
A little bit of miscommunication again there, but it's played this time by the Storm. And that block will be sent out wide, 4-0 now, Rangers. Not the start the Storm wanted here in set number 2.
Some mistakes in other places and good aggression here by Northwestern, but SNU looks like they're not really sure who's supposed to step up and take charge on some of these digs.
But they'll certainly take that. That's how you get on. That will certainly help getting on the board. First point of the set for the Storm comes on a service error for the Rangers. That's the Rangers' second of the match.
Now Bailey Terang serving. And a soft little touch attack turns into a chance for Megan Ellis.
And it looks like Ellis sends it a bit long. Just as we were talking about how good the Storm were hitting in the first set, coming out a little bit off here in set number 2, down 5-1.
Yeah, that average already dipped down now to 255 for the Storm.
And there's another one that goes long.
A very long attempt there from McKenna Hunter.
She went for a little touch towards the backside, but just sent it well beyond that back line. That'll lead to a timeout for Kevin Ingram as he sees his Storm falling early here in the second set, 6-1. With that, we'll go ahead and take a timeout as well alongside the Storm and Kevin Ingram. But don't you go anywhere. We will be back here on SNUathletics.com shortly. Welcome back here to the Sawyer Center. Second set of the Crimson Storm taking on the Rangers, Northwestern Oklahoma State. The Rangers have come out to a quick start here in set number 2, leading 6-1. But SNU did take the first set, a very tight set, 27-25. We've got a great volley going on here to be out of this timeout. Both teams working hard, but it'll lead to a point for the Storm. A little miscommunication on the side of the Rangers this time. Storm will take that. It's their second point of the second set. Both have come off of a little bit of errors on the side of the Rangers, but when it's been a slow start for the Storm that like they have had so far, they'll certainly take the help that they can get as they try to regroup right here with Logan Matthews back to serve. Big attack there by Brooklyn Hessen, but played nicely, and that'll be a point. Megan Ellis on the kill that time. Ellis up to 6 kills on the match as well.
6-3 now as SNU drawing back within reasonable. Logan Matthews back serving. And now it looks like the miscommunication bug has switched sides.
Absolutely. Storm catching some breaks here in this first set out of the timeout. They've drawn back within 2 here.
Chance for Clark, blocked the net, but nice play there. Keeps it alive.
We'll go again, and Smith unable to control that effort. She sends it flailing backwards. Point Rangers, 7-4.
Like I said, SNU struggling here in the second set. That hit percentage down at negative 111. That's really not been great here early.
Absolutely. That's not what you want to see after such a solid start, but that will certainly help.
That's going to get them going the right way. A nice attack there from Kayla Thomas.
A great little dump over the net there. Sent 2 Rangers flying to try to get to it, but neither could get there and get control in time. Point SNU, 7-5 with Grace Miracle to serve.
Really a soft little attack there. Right now, SNU allowing Northwestern to make their own mistakes.
But that will not be a mistake by Northwestern.
Not at all.
A great attack there. I believe that was Eubanks on the kill there, 8-5. That puts Eubanks up to 5 kills on the match.
You know, Phil, I think we're developing a pretty good ability right here to jinx just about anything going on the floor. Anything called up here is going to go about opposite on the next play.
Absolutely. We've seen that, and you know, I didn't say it, but in my mind I was thinking maybe this will be a service ace, and just like that, goes into the net as a service error. Exact opposite of what I was thinking. We'll take that 6-8 your score.
SNU strong serving today, four service aces compared to their 1 service error, and that's been I was holding my breath on that one. That's been a good trend for them, something they've struggled with this season, but has been really strong in this game. A nice little poke attack there from Bailey Terang.
A nice block there, Smith and Thomas. Ball still alive, though, and a great attack there. That was Eubanks again. Eubanks at 6 kills now, tied for the Rangers lead along with Clark. And the Rangers are up 9-6.
Freshman libero Dagley back serving.
And go to Thomas. Again, played nicely by the Rangers.
On a nice attack, but a better dive by Matthews. Turns it into a chance for Terang that's fielded well.
Well, Shawneman just kind of threw her body in the front to try to keep that alive, and it was played nicely, but then it's sent, but it looks like the Rangers got a piece of that, which sent it long point SNU. Shawneman using her body well there to keep that ball alive for the Storm to get him a point.
And then followed by just an absolute laser from Bailey Terang, who's now up to 9 kills on the game.
And then Thomas sends one into the net. There's your second service error of the Storm, 7-10. Looked like Thomas just kind of missed the ball there, didn't hit it very cleanly, didn't get much of it, and it just kind of rolled off the hand and onto the bottom side of the net. Goes Smith to Hunter, and she gets the kill. That's her first of the game.
Nice drawn-up play there. Thought maybe she went a little bit long, but Hunter able to really paint the corners there.
Yeah, that was a very well-placed ball there by Hunter. Been quiet. Haven't seen too many plays drawn up for her so far in this one, but she takes advantage there.
Another ball to the back right, but that one's not going to find any real estate.
And that's now 3 service errors. 2 quick ones for the Storm. Now down 11-8 in set number 2.
Experimenting with a little bit different look here in the second set, as we've seen a lot of miracles so far this second set.
And that one will go long. That'll be a point SNU. We're starting to see the errors add up for both teams here in the second set after not too many in the first.
Good eye there from Logan Matthews. She had to stare that one all the way down as it was hit right at her, but good awareness of where that back line was.
Terang to serve, and I think that one might have got long, so she got a little lucky that the Rangers played it. We still got a volley going.
Nice attack there from Miracle.
We're going to have a free ball for the Storm.
A chance for Hunter.
Played nicely by the Rangers. And there goes Clark, but great dig there by Terang.
Nice toe touch work there from Kylie Smith, staying out of the net.
But we've got an attack error there on Miracle. Great effort by both teams on that volley. 12-9 your score.
Chance now for Ellis.
Very well played. What a great little tap shot by Ellis to find the hole.
Yeah, looking at those 2 girls up there on the net and looking at their backup and seeing some free space right there, right behind them. Did a great job with the high arcing poke attack there.
That will certainly get the job done there. We've seen a lot of big-time attacks with a lot of speed from both teams in this one. So that was a great heads-up play to find the hole and not put too much on that.
Nice diving play there earlier from Kiana Clark. As SNU now scrambling to send a free ball.
Then go back to Clark, and she finds the hole. That'll be a point for Kiwana Clark.
Great day today from Clark. 7 kills now. Maybe not a whole lot different from Terang, but pretty undersized for how good of an attacker she is. 5'9", the redshirt junior She isn't the most impending force out there in physical appearance, but she's flying all over the place today.
Absolutely. She's finding herself in solid position and taking advantage of each opportunity she's given. But that'll be a point for the SNU. Another well-placed ball by the Storm.
A little bit behind her there on the set, but Thomas able to reach way back and rip that one back down. A nice attack there on a long stretch from Kayla Thomas.
That'll be 8 kills for Kayla Thomas, having herself a very nice match so far. And that one will find the line. That'll be an ace for Grace Miracle. She finds the back line. Rangers watched that all the way. Sure, it was going to go long, but Grace had other ideas.
I think maybe a proposal with some photographers over there on the SNU bench.
But it looks like her luck ran out on that one. After just catching the line, she sends the next one into the net. Service error makes this 14-12.
Sydney Miller back serving.
Here goes Smith to Thomas. A great effort there by the Rangers to keep it alive.
Oh, a good diving play by Shoneman. Turns into it.
Ellis, and she gets it done. And the bench is loving it. Huge play. Ellis brings the Storm within 1 here, set number 2, and will send Ellis back to serve.
Ellis chased way up the ladder on that one and brought it down hard.
Ellis now also up to 8 kills on the match. Nice block at the net. Thomas and Terrain get it. They tie it up here, set number 2. Great response by the Storm here as they fell down pretty big early on in here in set number 2, but they have responded nicely to come back and tie this up at 14 apiece.
Yeah, 14-14 on the scoreboard, but the momentum definitely on SNU's side here. They've been chipping their way back into this after dropping a pretty early deficit. But the bench, the crowd, everyone's loving it here at the Sawyer Center. SNU may be tied up, but they are playing with some excitement and energy on their side right now.
Absolutely. As we said, it was a little bit of a slow start here in the second set, but as they've kind of regained their composure a little bit, we're seeing them really start to show that emotion and that excitement for the game. And it's really getting this crowd hyped up as they're seeing some really solid and strong volleyball from these Crimson Storm girls. As we mentioned throughout the match, just some great play again, spread out nicely by the Storm between Terang, Ellis, and Thomas. All 3 of them getting some great opportunities and really taking advantage. You look at Ellis hitting 333 and Terang hitting 350 so far in the match. 253 overall for the Storm, so pretty big. It's kind of come back down to earth a little bit after an incredible first set, but still some pretty solid play, and so far not too many errors other than a slow start in this second set.
Megan Ellis will be back to serve to start us back out of the break.
And she sends it over. And Ellis with a nice dig and a great reaction there by Smith to keep it alive. And the Storm get it done. Terang on the block. The Rangers unable to recover.
Pretty wild series of events there as Katie Honeycutt just couldn't get the ball out from right in front of her. Sticking to her like glue there as SNU is going to get the point, 15-14.
That'll be the Storm's first lead here in the second set.
Oh, maybe a mishandled serve here. Probably going to just be a free ball at best.
Grazes, and that makes it a little more difficult, but then Smith with another dump.
And although they were able to get a hold of that serve eventually, it's going to be them being out of place that Kylie Smith's really able to take advantage of there. So just some tough communication, coming out of the break, second serve after a break. That mishandled serve is tough there for Northwestern Oklahoma State.
Yeah, that will certainly hurt as that puts the Storm up 2 now here in a very back and forth matchup. 2 points can be a big one. And there's Kylie Smith again, winning at the net, showing some excitement there. She gets it done. She wins the battle up high in the net, puts the Storm up three, 17-14 here. Those are 3 big points in a very tight contest that we've seen throughout.
Absolutely. All week, all season long, you talk about Kylie Smith's ability to pass the ball, ability to facilitate. But right there, found herself in a position where she needed to go up strong, and she came out on top.
Absolutely. And we've seen that a few times from her. Typically, she's not a big-time player at the net, but when she needs to be, she'll go up there and she'll battle it out with the best of them, and she can certainly hold her own.
25 assists now on the day for her.
To go along with 5 kills. You know, you don't see that sort of number from a playmaker like her too often, but you're seeing her, as we've talked about, really pick her spots and take advantage.
You'll see that a lot of times at the end of the match, let alone here in the second. So a nice aggressive attacking match here from Kylie Smith. But still the number and the person to watch, Bailey Terang, 10 kills, 14 is the magic number, 4 kills away now from the magic number 14 away from that elusive and notorious 1,000 kill club.
An absolutely incredible career from her. Only a junior, so plenty of time for her to keep padding those stats as well. So we'll keep watching that as she closes in on that historic number.
A nice block at the net, but unfortunately a lot of black jerseys hanging out right there.
Nice dig there by Shoneman. They'll go to Terang, and there it is. Number 11. Another bowling ball celebration by the Storm on that one. They love seeing that big-time kill by Terang.
Storm Reserve sprawled out all over the corner of the gym.
And Titchener still on the sideline showing her excitement from that one. Nice play there by Ellis to keep it alive. Go Smith with another dump attempt, but a great play there by Dagley.
Dagley standing 5'5", but reaching out a much longer player than that with full extension.
And there it is again, the Storm with the block. You know, first set we were calling 3 a run, but this is a big-time run for the Storm now. I believe that's 8 straight points for the Storm. They're up now 19-14.
Yeah, and coming back, you know, earlier, looking at a 14-11, 14-10 deficit, SNU just rolling.
Absolutely, and they're really starting to find their groove. They're making these plays, making the Rangers really fall back on their back feet throughout this run stretch. And there's another one. Make that 9 straight for the Storm. They are up 20-14.
It's number 12 for Bailey Terang, and quite the number 12 right there at that. 2 away now for Bailey Terang, and 5 away from the end of this set, the Lady Storm.
A set that started out as so slow for the Storm. They have really come out storming, pardon the pun.
Oh, no.
But their Rangers finally respond. They put a point on the board, 20-15.
I think that one might be your fault, Phil. I think we earned that.
Yeah, I tried, and then the Storm this time, they send the set too long.
Chance there for Terang. I don't know if there's something on the court, but she stumbled or slid or tried to go back, but she about slipped backwards there, head over heels.
Yeah, that could be a scary situation, but I think we're okay. A little kind of pooch there from Kayla Thomas on the dump, but played nicely.
Up at the net for Kylie Smith, and that time she's going to be met. Bailey Terang comes over to say, hey, sorry we reversed the roles a little bit there. The pass from Terang up to Kylie Smith didn't quite work out this time. But
20-17 your score.
That was all good fun. A nice run there by SNU, but now it's game time. You know, we need to be able to close out this set, something SNU has struggled with.
And that'll certainly help as that attack goes wide. Point SNU, 21-17.
But 4 points away now from closing this set out. They had big-time momentum coming out of that 8-9 point run. But now, Northwest Oklahoma, 17 points, SNU 21. This is where you really got to close the door and don't let them hang around.
But they'll do something just like that. They find a little spark there, find the sideline, get the point, 21-18.
Number 15, Caitlin Robinson was back serving. The sophomore from Jewett, Texas is gonna get a service error on that one.
She sends it long to make this 22-18. Storm closing in, a chance to take a 2-0 lead.
And that would be huge here moving forward. Having that 2-0 lead, you know, we talked about, this is a 15-11 team, a strong team, and going up 2-0 could be the kind of advantage that SNU needs to close the book.
Especially in these type of sets where it's been really back and forth. Storm now with another point, up 5, but it's been a very tight set other than that big run the Storm went on. So being able to take 2 sets like that would be huge for the Storm moving forward in this match.
Hannah Williams on the attack there. Looked like she just lost sight of the ball, but really missed it on that one. It's going to go straight in the net.
And that'll be a point. Storm unable to fully connect on the block, 23-19. And we have Barker back to serve for the Rangers.
Chance for Megan Hunter. Man, she has not gotten many chances tonight, but she has taken advantage of them when she's gotten them.
Absolutely. That'll be kill number 2 for McKenna Hunter. And that puts this at set point.
Oh, a nice serve there from Bailey Terang. Says, I'm ready to be done with this set. But SNU now going to need another attack.
And there's Ellis with a great little dump over the top, but played nicely again.
A nice dump there from Smith, but now it's going to be a chance, a soft chance there from Clark. Smith pulls it out of the net for Terang.
Another nice volley going on here. And Barker sends it, and she sends it long. Point SNU, they take it 25-19 and now lead 2-0. A chance to close this one out early, and one that's really been tight throughout. They have a chance to finish this off in 3.
Absolutely, not what I would have predicted going into this set, you know, or match. 15-11 Lady Rangers, 4-7, pretty comparable to SNU's 5-6 in the conference. Thought this might be a little bit closer of a match, but SNU using that home court advantage and just playing incredible volleyball here tonight at the Sawyer Center.
Absolutely, and I think we're seeing really just emotion really carrying the Storm throughout this one. We've seen that throughout the bench, throughout the players on the court. They're just showing a lot of excitement, a lot of emotion, and they're really making some feeding off of that emotion from one another, and it's really carrying them towards to making some big-time plays for their team.
Yeah, a lot of good energy here, and not something you'd fully expect. You know, Thursday night game here, first night of fall break. These girls out of class and out of sync and out of rhythm maybe, but have brought the energy here. Good little crowd, especially considering the break.
Absolutely.
SNU's brought the energy and they've set the tone. Lady Rangers are trying to respond.
Absolutely. You know, they find themselves now 2 sets in a row really that are kind of tough to lose. One that goes beyond 25, and then the other one where they had built a big lead early on. They were up 6-1 at one point, and the Storm battled forward and at one point went on a 9-point run. So those are 2 straight sets that are tough to lose, and we'll see what kind of composure they have moving here into set number 3. Looking quickly over the sets, we've been talking about Bailey, or over the stats. Bailey Terang, we've been talking about she needed 14 to hit 1,000 on her career. She's at 12 now, so you got to think she's really she's going to break that here moving into set number 3, needing just 2 more to get it done. But then also Megan Ellis and Kayla Thomas, some big-time players for the Storm, each with 8 kills as well, and then Kylie Smith with 28. So she's been, as we always talk about, the playmaker for the Storm, really getting it done and keeping their attack on the move.
Yeah, great play from Kylie Smith. You know, of course, 28 assists from Smith. You can never really complain about that, but has taken an attacking role tonight. Some 5 kills on 11 attempts, and those little dumps, little push passes have been really finding their spots tonight. But she's really stepped up. We've seen Hunter not really getting her name called a whole lot. We haven't seen a lot of Titchener, and sometimes, you know, we see names like Bailey Grimes or Hayden Rogers, and we've not gotten to see much production from them. So Kylie Smith stepping up as SNU's 4th or 3rd or 4th attacker here has been helpful especially through that second set where really nothing was working early.
Absolutely, yeah. Early on, they couldn't quite get out of their own way, making some mental errors to begin with. But as they kind of found their composure, they were able to really start to push the Rangers back on their heels. And again, as we saw multiple times, making some big plays that while the Rangers may have been able to get it back over the net, they were so out of position that by the time the Storm got it back over the net, they couldn't do anything with it. So some great job there by the Storm getting that done.
Here to start your third set, we've got Smith, Matthews, Terang, Ellis, Miracle, and Hunter on the floor.
Rangers will go with Clark, Hessen, Eubanks, Barker, Robinson, Honeycutt, and the libero Dagley, who looks like she will go ahead and start for Eubanks here in this third set.
Ball's tossed over there to number 17 for Northwestern Oklahoma State, Toby Ray Barker, as she'll get us started and underway here in the third set. 2-0 SNU lead now.
And we are underway. Ellis digs it out for Smith to go to Terang, but she's blocked at the net. They tried to get her fed that 13th kill early.
Trying for 9.99 there out of the break, but that's going to be blocked really well there. Kiana Clark and Katie Honeycutt at the net. Good play there. Credit to those girls on that one.
Yeah, they were ready for that, but I'm not sure they were ready for that one as McKenna Hunter gets the kills, sending it right over the top of the outstretched arms of Clark and Robinson. She'll get the kill, make it 1-1 here. Set number 3, Terang back to serve.
Well, Megan Ellis listed at 5'8". I don't know about that, though. Very long and lean 5'8". When she reaches out, stretches out, she looks a lot longer than 5'8" at the net.
There's a Miracle.
Chance for Miracle.
But played nicely by the Rangers.
Now a chance for Ellis. Freshman libero will take charge.
And McKenna Hunter, Grace Miracle both go for the block, but can't quite get enough strength to get that back over the net. 2-1.
Katie Honeycutt on the serve. Now a chance. One-handed pass there from Smith. Turns into a nice chance, but Rangers returning.
Oh, Smith. She had no chance of reacting to that one. It came like a rocket right into her.
She made a play on it, but I don't know that she did that on purpose whatsoever.
I'm not sure. That was coming straight for her face, and all she could do was just give a little bit to turn just to save that face. But the next serve will go into the net, so comes back to the Storm. 3-2 here in the third set.
Kayla Thomas will run on, and she'll come and grab McKenna Hunter. Good serve there from Logan Matthews.
A big time attack there from Clark. She finds the back zone, gets it done. 4-2. And she'll go off for Cassidy Hackett, the 5'6" senior out of Edmond.
Hackett on to serve.
And she comes right in and sends the serve wide. Point SNU. That's now 7 service errors on the Rangers.
SNU with 4 of their own, but paired nicely with 5 aces, as serving has not told a lot of the story here, but told a little bit of the story, and SNU has really cleaned that up over the last few games.
Absolutely. There's a nice block at the net, but a huge play there to keep it alive by the Rangers. We'll go Ellis to Thomas, and again, that's Dagley with another great play to keep it alive, and Ellis unable to reach that one. A very well-placed ball there for the Rangers. They'll take the point and go up 5-3.
Again, now in this set, SNU down 3-5, trailing early. Kind of the story of the last set if you were here with us, but the story of Northwestern Oklahoma State going up early. SNU hoping to find some way to get some momentum going.
There's Ellis, and she'll send it long. That'll be a point for the Rangers. Again, they're coming out to a fast start here in set number 3, leading 6-3.
On a very low serve there from Sydney Miller.
Yeah, it looks like she did not really strike that ball very well. There'll be another point. 2 of SNU's 4 points here in this set coming off of service errors.
Now a return chance here for Megan Ellis. Played nicely to Jennifer Eubanks.
And it looks like we've got a violation on the Storm, leads to a point for the Rangers. I believe they'll call that a block error on Kylie Smith.
Chance now for Terang.
Nicely played there by the Rangers.
That ball's going to drop right between Ellis and Matthews. 4-8 now.
Deflected off of the block attempt. It just kind of found the hole where no Storm player could reach it. 8-4.
Now a chance for Terang.
And she'll get it. Make that $9.99 for Bailey Terang. 1 away from the illustrious 1,000 club.
Do you think she knows it down there? Do you think she they're keeping her aware of the 13 mark right now? I mean, you know you got to be close.
Yeah, you know at this point that you're getting close. I'm not sure she's aware. I mean, she could be. I would bet she was probably told out coming into the third set that, hey, you need 2 more. And that's probably why we saw 2 straight plays coming out of the set.
Drawn up right at the beginning there for her.
But that'll be her first one so far. Storm trail 8-6 here, set number 3.
Well, 2's a pretty easy number to count to in the head, I would say, even during the middle of a set. So be watching out maybe for a little bit of celebration
This
antics.
could be it right here. Oh, blocked nicely.
Chance again for Terang.
And she gets it.
And that's going to be it.
That is it. Number 1,000. Rangers go for the block, but kind of get caught in between. Make it 1,000 kills on the career for Bailey Terang. Congrats to her on an incredible accomplishment.
She'll get some high fives all around from her teammates, but what an amazing game today, or set today, but just an amazing career for Bailey Terang that we've gotten to watch.
Absolutely. It's been an incredible career she's had, and she's continued to grow as a player. We're seeing her even put up her best numbers so far of her career this season. So a great job for her. And as we continue to talk about her, we're missing 2 straight points by the Storm, who are still fighting to try to put this away here in set number 3. They're tied 8-8 here in, as I said, set number 3, trying to finish this in straight sets. There's McKenna Hunter. Great volley going on by both sides, keeping it alive, and it'll be finished on the side. Rangers with a great attack there. They get the kill. Jump ahead 9-8.
Fun milestone tonight, something to get excited about. You know, one of the reasons you play, just something so exciting. But now, you know, 1,000, it's happened. We've seen it. Time to rally together here and finish this one out. There's some unfinished business.
Let's make it 1,001. There it is. Bailey Terang continues. That's 3 kills in the set here now. She ties it at 9-9, and that one was an emphatic one to tie it up.
Ask and you will receive.
Absolutely.
But SNU now needs to find a way to use this emotion, use this energy, momentum, try and close this thing out. Oh, and a tough block attempt there at the net. It's going to turn into a Lady Ranger point.
That was Terang and Hunter going for the block, but unable to control it. 10-9 the score. And it's Barker back to serve.
Chance for Terang again.
And she takes advantage.
1,002.
Perfectly placed assist there from Kylie Smith. And Bailey Terang is not going to miss those. 10-10.
And Terang just putting some pop on that ball.
Yeah, she's certainly feeling it right now.
And there's going to be a net error there. Give that point to SNU.
SNU starting to feel it, a chance to pull away here. This is right where they made their run last time. They kind of gave them the chance to ride the storm into, or ride the wave into a victory. We'll see if they can do the same here in set number 3.
Oh my, Bailey Terang on the incredible serve. It's going to get a nice roll off the net. And now a chance for McKenna Hunter, excuse me.
And that'll be a point for the Rangers. Great play there. They tie it up at 11 apiece. Again, if you're just joining us here, Storm took the first 2 sets, very tight sets. First set they took 27-25, and they took the second set 25-19, but it was very close throughout the set until the Storm went on a 9-point run to really take advantage and take control of that. So they have a chance to close this out, but it's been very tight throughout. Right now they lead 12-11 here in set number 3.
A nice kill there from McKenna Hunter resulted in some line dancing, swing dancing over there, the SNU sideline.
Nice dig there by Terang.
On a beautiful dump. May have been a little long, but she'll get bailed out there.
Storm unable to control that block attempt. That was Thomas and Miracle going up. But got caught a little too far off the net. Falls on their own side, 12-12.
Oh, a nice attack from Kayla Thomas.
Kayla Thomas been quiet a little bit since early on, but she's right there that time to give the Storm the lead again. Make that 6 kills on the day for Kayla Thomas, or 9 kills for Kayla Thomas. I apologize.
We talked about her a lot in the first set. Had a very strong outing getting SNU going at the beginning. Now it's kind of been the Bailey Terang show here early in the third, but love to see Kayla Thomas getting back involved. And I think that's the versatility and the key to this SNU offense. You have players that are able to get hot and able to play really well over a stretch, and so many girls that are able to attack on this team that when you stop seeing Kayla Thomas for a while, doesn't mean that the team isn't playing well, but also doesn't mean she doesn't have the ability to come back just as strong later in the match. Absolutely,
and it certainly helps all of them as well. There's Kayla Thomas again, make that 10 on the day. But it certainly helps all of them having so many playmakers. It keeps the defense kind of not knowing where the ball's coming from. They can't key on one player, which opens up the floor for attackers like Thomas and Hunter and Ellis when the other team is focused so much on Terang.
Megan Ellis back serving. Long dig there, turns into a...
I believe that was Terang. She found it just at the net, and she just catches the line on the outside. Yes, that is Bailey Terang, kill number 17 on the day. Leads to a timeout for Jeremy White. Seeing this tight matchup have a chance of being ended fairly early, as SNU 10 points away from finishing this off in 3 straight sets.
Not what we expected, but it's been good volleyball, and it has just fallen SNU's way a couple times at the right time.
Absolutely. And so we'll go ahead and we'll take a short break alongside with these two teams. Don't you go anywhere, though. We'll be right back here on SNUathletics.com to bring you the rest of the action. Welcome back here to the Sawyer Center, set number 3. Crimson Storm trying to close this one out. They lead 15-13 in set number 3, 2-0 overall after some great action we've seen from both teams, but the Rangers are trying desperately to keep this one alive. Great attack there, big time kill, move this to 15-14, get the ball back on the side of the Rangers, leading to Danny Dagley to serve, the 5'5" freshman from Katy, Texas.
A chance for Kayla Thomas. Another chance for Kayla Thomas.
Oh, great play there. Great heads-up play there by the Rangers. Shoneman unable to get to that one in time. We are tied at 15 apiece.
Dagley back serving again. That one's going to go just long. That's a point, SNU.
Yep, that one just went past the line. Smart play there by Shoneman to let it go. 16-15 sends Thomas to serve.
There was a chance for Honeycutt.
Oh, Smith with a great win at the net. Ball still alive, though. And it looks like we're going to call, I think that was 4 hits on the side of the Rangers. That's what Smith was calling for, at least.
Smith went up there and found Hannah Williams, the 6-foot senior from Thornton, Colorado. Much taller Hannah Williams, I might add, and came out on top.
Absolutely. Again, we've said that multiple times. She's not afraid to get in there and mix it up with the best of them at the net, even though that's not exactly what she's known for. She's made some big-time plays, and she's up to 6 kills on the match. And that'll be a point for the Rangers. That one just finds the back line. They're sticking around. 17-16. Caitlin Robinson to serve.
Now a chance for Hunter.
Nice dig out by Caitlin Robinson.
Chance there for Clark's going to find the net. That's a point, your SNU Storm.
18-16 sends Smith back to serve. Just 7 points away from finishing this one off. We see Grace Miracle check back in for Shoneman.
Good serve there from Smith. Chance for Williams.
And she takes advantage. Big time kill there by Williams, her 12th of the match.
Now Toby Ray Barker back in serving. The 5'6" senior from Snyder, Oklahoma.
The Ellis to Smith to Hunter, and she finds it. She finds the backside and gets the point.
Barker elected to watch that one, and right as soon as it dropped down, she gave it a wry smile and said, man, I should have played that one. But great play there for the Lady Storm. 19-17 now.
And Terang sends it long. Another service error makes it 19-18. The 5th service error for the Storm so far to go along with their 5 aces. A little bit better of a ratio there, though, than we've seen throughout the season. Another big-time kill there by Clark. Give her 9 on the match. And we are tied at 19.
Smith to Ellis.
We go back to Clark.
Chance now for Ellis again.
And just sends it a bit long. Just missed the back line. The Rangers have fought their way back out in front now, leading 20-19.
Kevin Ingram's going to call a timeout on that one as Northwestern Oklahoma State University reclaims the lead here in the late going of the 3rd set, 20-19.
Absolutely. Again, a very back and forth set like we've seen a lot throughout this match. The Rangers are continuing to fight, knowing that you got to have this one or it's all over. So great effort from them. You're really seeing them start to get on the attack that they got away from a little bit for a while, but we're seeing players like Williams and Clark really be aggressive and really take the attack right to the Storm.
Absolutely. Closing in on this, we've talked about it. SNU, especially when in front, and down 1 right now, but especially when in front, has struggled to close out the last 5 or so, 6 points of each set. So always when we get to this point in crunch time, looking to see how SNU closes sets. That has been the big struggle at home this year, at least. When we have dropped sets, it's been late, giving up runs late, and SNU hasn't done that yet tonight and has played really well here late, but be looking out for that weakness as SNU trying to close this one out. 6 points, they need 6 points to do so.
So we've got Katie Honeycutt, the 6-foot freshman from Marquez, Texas, to serve for the Rangers as they are trying to keep this match alive.
From Terang to Smith. Now Terang again.
And she sends it into the net. Point Rangers, they go up 2 here, set number 3.
Honeycutt again on the serve. This time Logan Matthews to Smith.
To Ellis, and a nice dig there, kept alive by Honeycutt.
A good block at the net.
But it gets sent straight to the left, unable to find the zone, 22-19.
And that was just gonna tightrope roll all the way off the net.
And that will be another timeout for Coach Kevin Ingram, knowing that they have a chance to finish this off, but find themselves down 3, 22-19 here. Set number 3. Russ, what is Kevin Ingram telling his team here, trying to fight their way back in set number 3?
Well, hopefully, you know, drawing up another one of those famous Kevin Ingram timeout plays, but I hope he's telling those girls, you know, it's so easy up 2-0 to treat this kind of a game, this kind of a set. Northwest Oklahoma State only 3 points away from set point, to kind of give up on it and to say, well, we've got 2 more sets left to try and finish, and I hope, you know, SNU really would be good to try and close the door here, make it a 3-set match, and finish this thing up. But that's definitely a temptation to play, remembering that you're up 2 games, which is great, but playing like that and not trying to finish out here early.
Absolutely, yeah. It would be easy to fall back, just as you were saying, but only down 3, you've got a chance to go on a run here of your own and finish this one off early. You don't want to give a team like the Rangers some hope moving forward.
And sometimes that's trouble, you know, and leaving the door open at all. That ball's going to fall in. They got the call, SNU.
That one just caught the line off of the block. That's a big break for the Storm, making this 22-20 and sending Matthews back to serve.
You never know what can happen when you leave that door open, you know, and it's so better in this situation to close it as quickly as possible, because we talked about that first set did not show the makings of a 3-set match.
Absolutely not. But they certainly have the chance to do so now, and that will help. There's a big-time kill. Megan Ellis, Storm back within 1.
And this time it's Jeremy White with the timeout.
Oh, great call, Russ, on that. Coming out of the timeout, they showed that they weren't going to sit back. Some big-time points there by the Storm. 2 straight points to draw them within 1, and all of a sudden it looks more and more like they have a chance to finish this off in 3.
Absolutely.
You know, we're really seeing some players step up. Early on in this set, we talked all about Terang hitting that 1,000 career mark, and then she followed that up with 3 more kills after that to give her 5 total in the set. But since then, we're seeing Ellis really get her chances, and just like we just saw, she's starting to take advantage of that. She's up to 9 kills on the match. That gives her 3 a set. You got Kayla Thomas at 10 kills in the match. So between those two, as Terang kind of has taken a back seat since her big shining moment early on, we're seeing, again, as we talked about, other players stepping up because there's just so many weapons throughout this Storm roster.
Absolutely.
We've got Logan Matthews back to serve still for the Storm. Again, down 1, but just 4 points away from finishing this match off in 3 sets.
What a nice attack, but a better dig by Logan Matthews.
We'll go Smith to Terang. Dug out there by Barker. Nice block at the net, but we still alive. They'll go to Clark.
Good reaching play there from Terang.
And Thomas gets the kill. Great dig by Terang. Great set by Smith. And an incredible attack by Thomas. Gets the job done. We are now tied at 22 apiece.
39 assists on the game now for Kylie Smith. What an incredible outing again.
And what a serve there. Logan Matthews finds the hole. That's an ace.
Uh-oh, hold up. We got some bowling going on over here on the sideline again.
We call that a strike. Big time play there. Logan Matthews finding the hole. 23-22.
SNU now with the slight advantage, trying to close this thing out in 3. Terang to Smith to Thomas.
And there it is. We are at match point.
SNU has really risen back up to the occasion and taken control back of this set.
They are 5 straight points, put them at match point, a chance to finish this off. Again, Kevin Ingram, it's so good coming out of timeouts, and he's done it again, putting the Storm in great position to finish this off.
Serve from Matthews.
But it'll be kept alive. Big time kill there by the Rangers. Draw them back within 1, 24-23. That was Clark. Give her 10 kills on the match.
Now Clark serving. Terang, Smith
to Thomas.
Oh, and that's going to be the match.
That is it. The Rangers unable to keep it in play. It goes wide, and an incredible match, but it ends in a 3-set sweep for the Storm. They take the third set 25-23.
What an absolutely incredible match. You know, we watched that first set, and we even talked about the team's records at the beginning of the hour, beginning of the broadcast. 13-14 facing a 15-11. Phil, that promises a lot closer volleyball set-wise than what we saw. But we talked about that first set. Very, very close set all the way through. Tic-tac kind of game. But the match scoreboard does not tell the story at all here. 3-0 SNU victory.
Absolutely. You know, I think this match came down to really, I mean, obviously the first set was huge, but looking at these last 2 sets, Storm going a 9-point run there when they were down fairly big in that second set. And then coming into this third set, they were down at 1 point, 22-19. As you mentioned, a chance to really just kind of cruise and just let it go and move into the fourth set. But then they come out of there and go on a 5-point run to go into match point and end up taking it 25-23. So those 2 runs, I think, really you can look at as the difference in this match.
Yeah, just a tough outcome there for the Rangers. Great game for a great match for your Lady Storm. Not a whole lot to say about that one. Just some great volleyball being played. We talked about during the middle of the broadcast and during the beginning, a little bit of history being made tonight, milestone marker.
Absolutely. Bailey Terang, 1,000 kills in her career. I guess you can say 1,003 kills now as she padded those stats on an incredible night of 17 kills, hitting 361 throughout the entire match.
Yep, 17 kills in the match. A little bit of history for her as your SNU Storm move now to 14-14 on the season, 6-6 in the GAC, and now trying to work their way back. An opportunity here, maybe not going to be the best record as far as the season goes, but an opportunity here late at the end of the season to really improve that GAC record and put themselves in great position heading into the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. As we talked about before the game, they've got a very favorable schedule to end this season. They've got East Central coming up, who has struggled throughout the season, 0-23 to this point. Storm won when they played earlier here in 3 straight sets, and while the Storm have struggled on the road throughout this season, only at 2-7, that's a match that you certainly expect to win. So moving forward, that should certainly be a win. Then you've also got Southeastern Oklahoma State at 3-8 in the conference. Another opportunity here in the Sawyer Center next Thursday to get the job done. And then you've got Southwestern Oklahoma State, who's a very solid volleyball team, sitting at 2nd in the conference, so that's going to be tough. But then you've got OBU, a big-time matchup right now. Both OBU sitting at 6-5 in the conference, with SNU now sitting at 6-6. So right there battling for 6th place in the conference, middle of the road, but trying to find position moving into that GAC tournament. That could be a big match for seeding come tournament play.
Could be, but love to see that. ECU, one of our away games, hopefully an easy one, as they've really had a tough season. So if we talk about ECU as maybe being an advantage game, and then those 2 last Thursday night games here at the Sawyer Center, 3 big advantage games for SNU going into the tournament. Hopefully we'll get to see the Sawyer Center impact playing a big part in that OBU match.
Absolutely, and it's a big-time chance for the Storm to finally get over that 500 barrier. We've kind of seen them hover around that the whole season. Right now, sitting right back at 500 at 14-14, and as you mentioned, 6-6 in the conference. But with this stretch, I think that it's a good opportunity to go 3-1 in this final stretch, and that'll put you at a solid 17-15 on the season, and 8-7 or 9-7 in the conference. So a big-time opportunity for the Storm to really make their move here late in the season.
Absolutely.
And so with that, we'll just run down some stats here as we get ready to close out. Looking at the stats, we've got, as we mentioned, Bailey Trang, of course, with 17 big kills. Kayla Thomas with 13 kills of her own. Megan Ellis with 9. And then as well, Kylie Smith with 6 big kills of her own. We don't see that too often, but 6 kills on 13 attempts. Great job by Kylie Smith getting it done to go along with her 41 assists. On the side of the Rangers, looking at it, you've got Clark with 10 kills and Williams with 12 kills. So 2 big-time playmakers for the Rangers doing their part and trying to keep the Rangers in there. And as we said, there were 3 very tight sets throughout, and they did a great job with their attackers pushing just alongside of the Storm. But the Storm just became too much and had too many offensive weapons to go up against the Rangers. And while the Rangers did a great job, and we saw Robinson put up 35 assists. We don't see too many players keep that sort of pace with Kylie Smith. So she did a great job on her part being the playmaker and getting the job done for the Rangers. But in the end, like we said, just too much firepower, too many weapons, and just too much strength for the Storm in this one for the Rangers to overcome.
Yep, absolutely. Another great game here at the Sawyer Center. Tune in to the SNU Athletics Twitter page later today for interviews with Coach Ingram and Bailey Trang following her 1,000-point club milestone marker. Those will be up later this evening and tomorrow. Check it out on SNU.com Twitter page.
Absolutely. And again, we want to say congrats to Bailey Trang on that effort, that huge milestone that she has done, and put together an incredible career that she has done. So congrats to her. Congrats to the Storm on a win, moving them to 500 on the season, 500 in conference play. And as we said, opportunity moving forward to on Tuesday at East Central to move above 500 and really start building that momentum as they move towards the tournament. So congrats to all of them. Congrats to Kevin, Coach Ingram, and we want to say thank you all for tuning in, and we are looking forward to the final season, looking forward to being here again next Thursday as the Storm take on Southeastern. So be sure to tune back in, SNUathletics.com on Thursday, 7 p.m. here at the Sawyer Center. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and bolts up.